welcome back for the new class. So today we will talk about skin and nutrition. So we all know that skin and nutrition are overall on health. We try to improve it with what we eat and what we do in our life. But we don't know that all the specific activities around here will also damage our skin. So today, this is what we're going to do. We're going to dive into the skin anatomy and understand some of the necessary nutrients and healthy lifestyle to adopt in order to keep a glowy, healthy skin. For this particular session, we are welcoming Dr. Dalia Santina, nutrition expert who wrote several books about skin nutrition. Dalia, welcome, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Good morning. It is 7 o'clock here in California. Good morning, everyone, and I welcome you to Sothys Summit. As Celine said, we are going today to talk about skin and nutrition and try to identify the effect that nutrition has on skin beauty. So please join me for hopefully a great class on aesthetics and on natural aesthetics to learn, as Celine said, how we can incorporate so many natural substances that can make us feel, look, and young, look and stay young. I'm Dr. Dalia Santina. I have PhD in holistic nutrition. I'm also an esthetician, an herbalist, iridologist, and also an author. You can see my books here. They are online and available in 2 languages. Now, after years of studying the effect of natural ingredients and supplements on the skin in the hope to achieve everlasting beauty, I came to the belief that it is a fact that beauty on the outside is only a reflection of the beauty that comes from a healthy inside. And here I quote Khalil Gibran. He once said, "Beauty is not in the face, beauty is a light in the heart," which I also believe. Now, we are going to discuss today few subjects. We're going to talk about beauty in general, about the skin also structure, and also we will talk about how we can nourish our skin topically and also internally. And we will also list some factors that can affect the health of the skin. Now we know that beauty comes in all colors and shapes. And as the saying goes, it is in the eye of the beholder. And to have natural beauty is a goal for mostly everybody. And in different cultures and countries, we all try to achieve this everlasting beauty. However, we have to keep one fact in mind, because this is not attainable unless we believe that beautiful skin on the outside has to come from using great topical ingredients on the skin, but also by feeding our body from the inside with great diet foods and vitamins. And we will talk about this in this seminar. The fountain of youth. For centuries, the search for the fountain of youth and physical perfection has been one of the highest aspirations of mankind. Everybody wants to stay young forever. So today, chemists and cosmetic manufacturers, they are formulating formulas that they promise to meet the highest standards of efficacy, skin compatibility, and aesthetic appeal. Now, understanding the skin, we need first to understand the skin and how it truly acts and behaves and regenerates, because this is imperative not only to us as consumers and estheticians, but also for the cosmetic industry in large. This is of utmost importance because particularly when these companies, they want to select their formulations and ingredients, they need to select those that can effectively penetrate into the deep skin layers, so they can give their benefits to whatever the skin needs, if it needs to be repaired or regenerated or nourished or healed. Let us look here for a brief moment at the skin's anatomy. Just summary I will give you here. The skin, first of all, from a scientifically point of view, the skin is the largest organ of the body. The second largest organ is the liver. Now the skin will envelop or does envelop and cover the whole body. It almost covers 20 square feet. Now the skin, what it does, it helps to or how it works. It prevents the body from getting infected. It protects the body from the environmental elements. It protects the body from UV rays, from dust, from wind, changes in temperature, from bacteria. So it is always working for our benefit, for the health of our skin and body. The skin is composed here, as we see in the picture, of 3 main layers, okay? The uppermost layer is called the epidermis, and this layer is basically made of, or consists of keratinized dead cells. Only the basal layer, which is the bottom layer, it is alive because it contains also cells that make up pigment, the pigment that gives us the color that we have. And this pigment is called melanin. Now, the second layer, which is the really important layer here because it's a live layer, it's called the dermis, and it is always working. And we will talk about the components of this layer because it's very important to understand it. We will see that in this layer, we have hair follicles from where the hair grows, and we can see it on the top of the skin on the surface. We have sweat glands, and they produce sweat through the pores of the skin so they can get rid of the body from salts and toxins. We have also oil glands, or they produce sebum, and sebum gets to the surface through the hair follicles. We have also blood vessels. They bring in nutrients and oxygen to the skin cells. We have nerve endings, and these are in constant contact with the brain. So when they send signals when the skin gets injured or hurt or being touched. And also we have cells that manufacture vitamin D from UV light. Now, the most important component here are the connective tissue or the fibroblasts. These are cells that make protein-like filaments. In other words, they make collagen and elastin, and this is very, very important to keep the skin young, supple, strong, firm. This is what gives our skin youthful looks. It gives it tone, good tone, firmness. So these protein structures called collagen and elastin are very important also. And collagen is a soluble protein, and it holds the skin cells tight, as we said together, and it makes up 70% of all the protein in the skin. Now, to fill out all the spaces between all these components, we can find something called extracellular matrix, and it is like a gel substance that fill out all the spaces, as I said. Now, the third layer, which is the bottom layer, is mostly fat cells or fatty acids. And these fat cells or lipids, it works as a cushion to help protect the muscles that they lie underneath the skin from any injury. Also, it insulates the skin from the changes of temperature. In short, the skin is a very busy organ and is continuously involved in a range of complex biological and chemical processes. Now, I included here something called facial mapping. To further understand the skin, facial mapping is a tool it's a way that some Chinese medicine doctors, they follow. What is facial mapping? As the skin mirrors good internal health, it also acts as an indicator of illness or bad health. So according to Chinese medicine, each organ in the body has a corresponding reflex point on the face. So if the health of any organ inside the body is under par, if something is not going well with any of our organs, it will send a message. So some kind of skin problem will appear on the face and will give us like kind of like a message that that organ related to this point is not doing well. So like for example, in the picture here, if you look at the liver point, which is between the eyebrows. So if we have like a line or a pimple or a redness or something like that appearing, this might tell us that the liver needs more care. So this is a good tool, not just for estheticians, but also for nutritionists and for skin professionals that will help them to assess the status, the health status of their customers more effectively and to help them offer more appropriate products. Now, holistic beauty, which is also, this is my specialty, let's say, and this is what I wrote about in my first book. According to the latest scientific research, having natural skin, when we say natural skin, we mean skin that is young, active, firm, healthy, without any breakouts, without any sign of disease. This can only be achieved by following two strategies or two pathways. First, by nourishing the skin from the outside through the topical application of highly developed, highly researched, and high-end natural ingredients. And also the second one, by nourishing the skin internally by following a healthy lifestyle, by eating healthy diet, and also by enriching our diet with natural supplements. Now, let's talk about nourishing the skin from the outside first. And we are talking about topical skincare. So using different high-end skin products to target different skin needs is very essential for having youthful and healthy skin. Today, I'm going to talk about some types of nourishing skincare products like moisturizers, serums and oils. Moisturizers, we all know that we are using moisturizers primarily to hydrate the skin and keep it moistened, and also to prevent the skin from losing its natural moisture. Now, serums are used to like underneath the moisturizers. Why? Because serums usually they carry ingredients that they have the ability to penetrate into the deeper skin layers. And in this way, they can correct any cellular damage that is in there on the deep level and help the skin repair itself and also help give other benefits. Now, we can also use oils and essential oils because essential oils also, they can reach deep into the cells. Also, they reach into the bloodstream and they give the blood their benefits. Now, super skincare products. Let's see here. Okay, highly advanced ingredients are used by skincare companies today. So they are turning into cutting-edge, scientifically developed and highly effective ingredients to include in their products. Why? Because these ingredients, they have the ability to stimulate the skin's cellular communication and to protect the DNA repair mechanism in the cellular nucleus. That means they can work on a very deep cellular level, okay? This action is what gives a product its powerful healing, protecting, and age-defying effect. Also, I need to say that when these companies, they turn to such high-end ingredients, they pick ingredients that have affinity to the inner structures of the cell. What does that mean? It means that these ingredients, they must have harmony or some kind of a relationship or good friendship. So when they go into the cell, they give their life force to the inner structure of the cell, so that the energy receptors in the cells will accept them and then benefit from them. Let's talk now about some of these high-end ingredients. I have here some examples. For example, first, algae and other marine elements. Now, algae is rich in chlorophyll and in many vitamins, minerals, lipids, amino acids. It is a potent humectant. That means it can help give the skin moisture. Also, it helps to seal its moisture and prevent its evaporation. Now, algae in this way helps help the dry skin and dry skin conditions mostly. It is also a natural brightener to the skin, so also it can help diminish dark spots. Okay, it also fights inflammation that is caused by oxidative stress and pollution. Sometimes some types of algae offer natural UV protection. The second ingredient here is hyaluronic acid. It is not a type of acid, actually. It is a sugar called sodium hyaluronate. It is a gooey, clear substance or gel that acts as a humectant, since it can hold 1,000 times its weight in water. So it can carry a lot of water and deliver it to the skin, and it's a great humectant in this way, and it helps dry skin conditions also. It also promotes tissue regeneration that is involved in healing wounds. Thus, hyaluronic acid promotes healthier, more supple, and younger looking skin. Collagen. Collagen is used in topical products to help improve the skin's elasticity, flexibility, strength, and firmness. It helps moisturize the skin, keeping it supple, soft, and plump, thus reducing visible wrinkles and aging signs. Now, adding peptides and growth hormone to products that are based on collagen, that can help stimulate cellular collagen production also. We need to note here that using products with vitamin C, which is a collagen producer, okay? Vitamin C is a collagen producer. So take a lot of vitamin C in the morning, as I did today. Vitamin C and the use of sunscreens that have UVA protection, they both can help collagen to prevent collagen breakage. Now, because collagen have very big molecules now, companies today, they tend to use a kind of collagen called hydrolyzed collagen. This type of collagen is enzymatically broken down to smaller fragments. So in this way, it can penetrate into the deep cells to reach the collagen structures in the dermis, okay, where they can encourage the cells to produce more collagen. Now we're going to talk about alpha hydroxy acids, or AHAs. These acids, the best examples of these acids are glycolic, which is taken from sugar cane, and and lactic acid, which is taken from milk. These are the best examples of AHAs, but we have so many different kinds as well. These AHAs are used for exfoliation of the skin. They help the skin to slough off or shed its dead cells in order to give the skin better looks, and it will reveal the young, beautiful, healthy young cells underneath it. So in this way, they can improve the texture and tone of the skin. So in other words, this kind of chemical exfoliation has anti-aging effects on the skin, as it will result in revealing, as I said, a healthier, younger looking layer. Because they are acids, they can also alter the pH balance of the formulation that they are included in. And in this way, they can improve the penetration and the activity of these products inside the skin. AHAs also act as humectants because they also have the ability to draw moisture from the environment into the skin. Now we're going to talk about peptides. Peptides are amino acids or proteins that have the ability to penetrate the skin cells on a deeper level. And they can help in this way the production of certain proteins, especially collagen, to help keep the skin firm, as we said, strong and young looking, because that's the job of collagen. It gives the skin its firm look, its young look. So we are trying here to use ingredients that will all help the production of collagen in the cells. Peptides also can ease inflammation, they can repair damaged skin and even out any skin tone. They also help build up stronger skin barrier, which is the body's line of defense against UV rays and against other environmental toxins. So they are great ingredients to have in a product. Stem cells, these are not the same as human stem cells. These are taken from plants like fruits and flowers. And because they have a unique ability of dividing and multiplying, they promote cell turnover and they help to repair damaged cell tissues. They are anti-aging ingredients. They have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, which make them wonderful ingredients that help increase collagen production. And of course, when we increase collagen production, this in turn will improve the skin structure, tone, and appearance. So peptides are great ingredients because also they can help reduce dark spots in this way. They can also decrease or reduce the size of the skin pores, as well as they decrease the appearance of wrinkles. Now, the last one here is ceramides. Ceramides, they act identically to the long chain lipids that hold the skin cells together. So it acts actually like the cement, how we put cement between the bricks of the wall. Ceramides act the same way. So it attaches and holds the skin cells tight together to give it, of course, what we're looking for is firmness and suppleness at the same time. Ceramides are basically, they are lipids or fatty acids. They help retain moisture in the skin and they prevent the loss of moisture as well. Thus, they are great ingredients, especially if they are incorporated in products that are meant to treat dry skin conditions such as eczema, as they will help combat symptoms of dryness and irritation. In addition to this list, I also would like to list some other high-end ingredients such as caviar, royal jelly, gold and silver ions, quartz and liquid crystals, growth hormone, and negatively charged platinum. Now, to ensure optimum results, skincare companies will also include, plus the ingredients we just talked about, they will also love to include natural and plant-based ingredients. Sometimes they are even organic ingredients, also to add more benefits to the product, such as herbs like chamomile, lavender, peppermint, lemon balm, sandalwood, green tea, witch hazel, etc., clays, carrier oils like sweet almond, olive, coconut, and other oils, essential oils like tea tree, rosemary, ylang ylang, butters like shea and almond butters, vitamins like vitamin E, A, C, K, minerals, and minerals usually are added to products in the form of mineral oxides like zinc, copper, and selenium, and amino acids or proteins. Let me talk a little bit about amino acids here. They are the building blocks of the fibrous proteins in the skin's dermal and epidermal structures, like keratins, collagen, and elastin. Thus, they are important nutrients required for promoting wound healing and repairing damaged cells. Amino acids also act as antioxidants, thus they help the skin to heal faster while soothing any irritation. They also help hydrate and moisturize the skin, thus keeping it looking young and healthy. They are also needed for the synthesis of the epidermal barrier that is responsible to protect the skin from bad environment and also to keep it supple and well moisturized. Okay. Now, also, just like we need to pay attention to the good ingredients in our products, also we need to pay attention that there are some harmful ingredients that they can affect the skin in a negative way, and we need to avoid them because using products with carcinogenic and harmful ingredients can affect the skin in a very negative way. Because they may clog the skin's pores, interrupt the skin's oxygenation process, disrupt and interfere with the functioning of the endocrine system, penetrate the skin and weaken the protein fibers and the cellular structures of the skin, increase incidence of skin cancer. Examples of these harmful ingredients to avoid, like parabens, paraffin, mineral oil, GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, propylene glycol, phthalates, synthetic colors, and additives, sodium lauryl sulfate. But remember here, there's a fact that the skin absorbs 60% of the ingredients that are applied on its surface. So we need to avoid applying harmful substances because 60% of these harmful ingredients could be absorbed, and of course they can cause harmful problems to our skin and also our body in general and our health. Now, the second pathway to beautiful skin and holistic beauty is internal health. Nourishing the skin from the inside involves doing the following: practice healthy lifestyle habits, eating a healthy diet, and taking high quality supplements. Now, healthy lifestyle should include like exercising regularly and stay physically active, practicing relaxing therapies, getting enough sleep, and we will talk about this in a minute, following proper hygiene practices, daily dry skin brushing, daily brushing and flossing the teeth, having a positive attitude, which is, I think, very important to having healthy lifestyle. Now, healthy diet is very important because we are eating for beauty. We need to keep this in mind because a healthy diet is going to enrich the blood with so many nutrients needed by the skin to stay young and healthy looking. So you need to drink enough fresh water, drink herbal teas and green drinks and plant-based beverages, eat fresh vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, and all kinds of good meats and fish. Take high quality supplements, and we will talk about this next. Okay. Nutritional supplements here. I take a lot of supplements and to help my health from the inside also, because sometimes remember that diet these days is not very like before. It's not as natural as it used to be, and because of all the processed foods, we need also to add supplements to our skin and body health regimen. Now, vitamins, minerals, and herbs will enrich the blood from the inside, and examples include vitamin A, It's for healing and UVA protection. Vitamin C is a very strong antioxidant, powerful, also anti-aging element, and it's of course a vitamin. Zinc is a mineral and it's needed for healthy nails and also for overall immunity. Hawthorn is an herb. Hawthorn is great for healthy heart. Also, CoQ10 is good for healthy heart. Dandelion is an herb and is great for healthy liver, plus milk thistle also. Corn silk, uva ursi, and marshmallow, these herbs are great for giving us healthy kidneys. Ginkgo biloba is an herb also. It's great for brain function. Aloe vera. Aloe vera is a great healing agent for the skin. You can use it in the form of a gel or cream, and it helps also heal wounds, and it's a great moisturizing element. Probiotics or the friendly bacteria, it helps us have healthy biome and good digestion. Bilberry is an herb great for good vision and horsetail, and there are many other also herbs. They are great for shiny hair and also help the skin to be strong. In the same time, you need to avoid some substances and habits to stay healthy. So try to avoid also or listen the amount of sugar and salt intake, the amount you eat, sugar and salt, it should be reduced to keep you healthy. Try to avoid also synthetic colors, especially red 40 and yellow 5 and 6. Artificial food additives and chemical preservatives like monosodium glutamate, sodium benzoate, partially hydrogenated oils, high fructose corn syrup, sodium nitrate, and also try to avoid smoking and drinking a lot of alcohol. Now, what are the factors that affect the skin? There are intrinsic or internal factors that can affect the look of our skin. First of all, hormonal changes in the level of hormones like estrogen, testosterone, insulin, cortisol. These are some type of hormones we have in our body. If the levels of these hormones change, then they can cause changes to the health status of the skin, leading to the appearance of acne, dryness, dark circles around the eyes, itchiness, and many others. Nutrient deficiencies. Now, as they will make, because nutrients will enrich the blood, so not taking enough nutrients will also make the blood quality poor. And in fact, this will in turn affect the skin's structure and its function negatively. For example, having a deficiency of vitamin D is associated with psoriasis and atopic dermatitis. Having B12 deficiency is associated with hyperpigmentation, and having deficiency of omega-3 fatty acids in the body is associated with eczema and so on. Not enough water intake. Water is so important for health since the body is made of at least 60% water, and also the skin is 20 to 30% consists of water. Thus, not drinking enough water will cause dehydration and will lead to having dry skin with patches of rough, itchy, and scaly skin. It will also reduce the skin's plumpness and elasticity, which will encourage the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Inflammation of the skin, which can be triggered by weak immune system or by being exposed to allergens, high sun, bacteria, free radicals, etc. This inflammation can cause the skin to develop rash that may be red rash or worn or raised rash, and it can also cause itchy blisters and pimples. That all of these will lead to having seborrheic dermatitis, psoriasis, and other flaring skin conditions. Medications. Some medications that we take can cause the skin to react negatively, especially when we are exposed to sunlight. This is called drug-induced photosensitivity reactions. So dryness, bruises, and rashes may occur. Allergies. The skin will react to allergens by developing hives, rash, redness, bumps, itchiness, scaly patches, and swelling. Eczema and other inflammatory conditions also may occur. Glycation or AGEs. What is glycation? Glycation, it is a process that happens due to our high consumption of glucose. It happens when sugar molecules will bind themselves to proteins like collagen and elastin, creating a cross-linking of these proteins, which results in what is called AGEs, or advanced glycation end products. So these AGEs, these molecules will accumulate in the dermis, and they will end up causing negative effects on the skin's structure at a cellular level, as they will destroy and break the skin's protein fibers, which will lead to the loss of elasticity, and it will lead to aging of the skin, of course. They also will make the skin barriers function much weaker. So we have to avoid their accumulation and their production also. Genetics, we are largely responsible. Genetics are largely responsible for our skin type, skin health, and skin DNA. Oxidative stress. It happens when there is a disturbance in the balance between free radicals, which are the oxygen reactive molecules, and between the body's antioxidant defenses. In other words, when we have excess of free radicals, this can damage the cellular structures, including DNA and cell membranes. Of course, this will result in what is called oxidative stress, putting stress on the skin cells, and it will lead to inflammation. It will lead to the fragmentation and disorganization of the collagen cells and the elastin fibers, thus causing skin aging. So oxidative stress will cause reduction in the function of the skin barrier also, and it will cause a decreased moisture level. And at the same time, it will increase skin cancer risk due to the DNA mutation. Loss of cellular energy, or ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. Cellular energy is produced inside the skin cells. It's produced by the cellular structures called mitochondria. These mitochondria, they are the powerhouses of our cells, our skin cells, and also they are found also in the body cells. But here we're going to talk about the skin cells. So their primary role is to take in nutrients, and they take the nutrients, they break them down to produce energy, or what is called ATP. Now, this is called cell respiration. The whole process is called cell respiration. And this is why mitochondria, they are often referred to as the lungs of the cells. This enzyme molecule, in other words, ATP, it will then take this energy, it will transport it to the rest of the cells and to the rest of the skin cells. And this is how energy is produced in the cells. The overall cell function and the function of the skin barrier are then optimized. Now, ATP plays a vital role in keeping the skin cells functioning and active, which is greatly needed in collagen and elastin production. Also in cell regeneration, wound healing, cell communication or signaling, and also for pigmentation formation. In the same way, a decline or loss of this cellular energy, it will cause the deterioration of the cell activity and behavior, which will definitely lead to skin aging. Also, it will lead to inflammation and even cell death. Given the significant role mitochondria and their metabolism play in the aging process, it's not surprising that we find skincare companies today are focusing their efforts on boosting the function of mitochondria, and such products will increase skin cell protection, prolong cellular life. They will improve the barrier function and will promote better functioning of the extracellular matrix inside the cells. This will translate to keeping the skin healthy and young. Please note here that niacinamide or vitamin B3 is one of the most important ingredients needed for ATP production, as it inhibits oxidative cellular damage. Now let's look at other factors that can affect the skin from the outside, and they are called external factors. First of all, quality of skincare products. Quality, it's important for us to use products that include highly effective ingredients to help the skin fight the appearance of wrinkles, and also to help it stay moisturized and healthy, to also prevent pigmentation and to protect the skin and keep it from other environmental elements and keep it healthy. Hygiene practices. To have healthy, young-looking skin, it's important to use high-quality cleansers, toners, and scrubs that will free the skin of any dead cells, of dirt, microbes, and other bacteria. However, extreme cleaning or cleansing of the skin and scrubbing it and peeling it should be avoided, because this can lead to irritation of the skin and cause problems. And cause loss of the needed lipids or fats that are needed to keep the skin supple and soft. So be gentle and diligent when you use such products. And also remember to keep your hands clean always and wash them very well before touching the skin and before applying such products. Environmental influences. Exposure to toxins, pollution, high or low temperatures, too much sunlight, wind, dirt, allergens, dust, bacteria, and so forth will clog the skin's pores, will affect the skin's moisture level, and will weaken the skin barrier. Thus, being in a negative environment can be very harmful for our skin, and it can affect it in a negative way, and it can accelerate its aging. Now, quality of sleep. Since the skin goes through much of its restoration while sleeping, okay, this is very important to remember. So not getting enough sleep, it will reduce the amount of time the skin needs to repair and regenerate itself. Let's talk a little here about what happens when we sleep. In the first stage of sleep, the pituitary gland, which is located in the brain, it will produce hormones, including the hormone or the human growth hormone HGH. This hormone is a protein that works on stimulating the metabolic processes inside the skin cells. Therefore, it will help to reduce the formation of wrinkles while also speed wound healing. Because of the anti-aging effect of HGH, it is often called the fountain of youth. And as it plays a vital role in keeping the skin young looking and healthy. Now, in the second stage of sleep, the brain will produce melatonin. This hormone will activate the synthesis of antioxidant enzymes. They will work to block free radicals formation, and therefore they will help repair and the oxidative damage in the skin cells. In the third stage of sleep, and since enough sleep makes our stress level low, the levels of cortisol will go down. And cortisol is the stress hormone that is produced by the adrenal glands into the bloodstream. So when at this stage, when cortisol level will go down, and also the skin temperature will also go down, the skin cells temperature will go down, what happens? The muscles that lie underneath the skin, they will also relax, and thus the blood will flow freely into the skin cells, bringing all the nutrients. That's why sleep is so important for our skin health. In the same time, if we're not getting enough sleep, as we said, the nutrients will not be delivered, and thus the appearance of black circles under the eyes will occur. So if you have this problem, you need to increase your intake of vitamin C and iron. So you have to enrich your blood quality to avoid this problem. Now, sun exposure and tanning. Or let me talk first about smoking and other bad habits. Now, we know that, or it's a fact that nicotine that is contained in cigarettes, it is known to cause the blood vessels to shrink, and in this way the blood will not flow freely, and in the same way it will not give its nutrients to the skin cells. So it will cause cellular damage and destruction of collagen and elastin fiber, and skin problems like dryness, uneven skin pigmentation, deeper facial wrinkles, inflammation, and even yellowing of the skin will occur. Sun exposure and tanning. Sun damage can happen when we expose our skin to too much sun or UV rays. Now, the skin needs the sunlight because through the cells that are in the dermal layer, the sun will be utilized to produce vitamin D, which is needed for healthy bones and teeth. However, also, the UV rays will stimulate the production of melanin, which is the pigment that gives the skin its color in the basal layer of the epidermis. But because the sun's ultraviolet light, it can penetrate into the deep cells of the skin, too much exposure is harmful because it will upset the delicate processes that affect the skin's appearance and health. So elasticity will be reduced, dryness, irritation, and other premature aging signs will appear, and the skin will feel leathery as it will lose its moisture. Remember that prolonged exposure for a long time can also damage the DNA of the cells, which will lead to even skin cancer. Emotional stress. Studies have found that the skin's behavior is deeply rooted in the psyche. This means that having stress can play a huge role in the way our skin looks, feels, and behaves. So stress and unbalanced emotions, they can play a huge role in the way we look, because stress can cause a reduction in the skin's collagen production. And because collagen is the soluble protein that is responsible for the skin's firmness and youthful looking, this reduction in its production will have negative effects on the skin in the form of illness, wrinkles, and other aging signs. So stress can directly affect also the hormonal balance in the body, which is a major cause of the skin cells to become inflamed and for the oil glands to produce excessive amounts of oil or sebum. And this reaction will eventually lead to the occurrence of all types of skin problems, such as eczema, rash, rosacea, psoriasis, inflammation, and acne. It is interesting here to note that the complexity of the relationship between the skin and emotional wellness has led to the development of a new field called psychodermatology. This new science addresses the impact of a person's emotions on his or her skin's appearance and health, especially when the skin resists healing. So it's also a good way to think how to deal with the stress with the skin from an emotional point of view. I like to leave you here with this final thought, hoping that we meet again soon. Remember that for the skin to be healthy, your cells have to be healthy. And by giving each cell what it needs, you can protect and improve your skin overall health and longevity at a deeper level. And always remember that you have the power to feel as good as you look and to look as good as you feel. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful, holistic rest of the day. Thank you.
Dr. Dalia Santina, thank you so much for this beautiful presentation. I have to say that one of the comments on the chat saying that they learned more in your presentation than they did at school. So thank you so much for sharing.
Also, if they want to learn even more, they can get my book, because that's all based on what I researched in that
Yes,
book.
yes, exactly. Can you please tell us one more time the name of your book?
It's called Holistic Skin is In. And also
Beautiful.
the other one is Super Supplements for Skin, Body, and Mind.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm looking forward to read the one you sent me. Thank you so much again for that.
Celine, thank you so much for this opportunity that you gave me. I appreciate it.
Thank you from all Sothys family.
Bye-bye.
So it will be now time to close this class. But
Okay.
again, we have a new class starting in just like 5 minutes, and
Of
we're
course.
gonna talk about spa profitability, right? So now that you learn a lot about the skin and the nutrition, we need to put in place everything and then increase the spa profitability.
Thank
So
you so much, all of you. Bye-bye.
thank you. We'll see you soon.
Bye.